All right, good morning, everybody. We are ready to get this Tuesday kicked off. But as usual, I'm going to have a little message for you this morning. Um, and, yesterday I asked you if you believe. That was a question. And in order, and I think a big part of believing is that you have to have a vision. You have to have a vision of the future. We all have sight. If we have use of our eyes, we have sight. We can see the things in front of us and that are around us. But not everybody has vision, or not everybody has a vision of what they want to see their life like in the future. And that's very important, especially when you're embarking on something like trading, because you have to have that vision of success. You have to have that vision of what you want your world to look like beyond what you're doing right now. So, we have to walk in vision and not walk in sight. We have to visualize where we want to be. And I shared with you my vision yesterday. That picture is my vision. That's what I look at every day because that's where I want to be. Whether I want to open my back door and it's there, or whether it's where I can take a walk every morning, that's where I want to be. And that's the vision I have for myself. And what happens is life is going to beat us down. This trading is going to beat us up. It's going to knock us down. And our vision and our belief in our vision is what's going to help us get back up and keep driving forward. So how does that relate to our trading every day? Well, when we take a trade, we have to have a vision. We have to have this vision of what this trade is going to look like. We know what we want it to do. That's our vision. Now, before we take a trade, we want to have our profit targets. We want to be able to visualize our trade hitting these profit targets. We want to visualize our trades. If they go wrong, we need to visualize us stopping out. And all of that has to be a vision. We can see the charts now. We can see what's happening now. But we have to visualize what's happening in the future in order for us to be successful. So if we can't visualize ourselves taking profit when the time comes, we're not going to do it. And I had a key example of this yesterday. I can't remember the ticker I was trading right offhand, but I was in a trade and I didn't visualize that trade before I got in. It was just like a quick thing. I saw it, it's setting up, I got in, and I got a little over 30-cent move, and I didn't take profit. And normally I would have visualized the stock hitting a whole dollar mark and taking profit, but I didn't do it. And that caused me to, instead of making at least 30 cents on a partial cover or covering half of my position, I ended up losing 5 or 6 cents because I had a solid entry, and when it lost the technicals, I took it off, but that allowed me to only lose 5 or 6 cents. But the key is I didn't have a vision for that trade. I didn't visualize the whole trade before I got in, and it caused me to not be able to take profit on it and to not get a piece of that. So I ended up losing. So my challenge to you today is to walk in vision and not sight. You see what's around you, but you need to visualize your future. You need to have this big grand vision of what you want in the future, of what you want your success to look like. Jack, if you're getting an echo, you need to log off, log out of the chat room, and then log back in. It's got you. You've got like a dual login type thing going on, so you're gonna hear the echo. So just make sure every trade you take that you have a vision for success, vision of where you want to take your profits, vision of where you want to stop out, and you have to visualize yourself doing that. Because if not, you're gonna make mistakes. And sometimes, yeah, I'm not gonna be spot on. Obviously this is all new to me, and sometimes I'm losing focus, and I'm not. I don't do what I'm supposed to do, and that's fine. But I have to make sure that I have that vision before I take a trade. All right, so let's look at what's going on today. UAA and UA are on our scans, and I'm actually in UA. I jumped in UA and chat right before we went on. Let me bring down the platform so you can see it. Here's my entry here. I was looking, it rejected the 9 here, and I was waiting for it to get under VWAP. Now it looks good. The setup looks good. Everything looks good about this trade. It can fail. It can easily fail this setup and turn around and go the wrong way. So I got a vision of stopping out if I lose the 9. I also see taking profit here at 19, and then looking for it to see if we can continue to get some fade, possibly testing this low it put in earlier. But that's the vision, and there's no guarantee that this is even going to work, even if it looks like this. We just have to be ready to react, whenever that happens. All right, I got a problem with this thing. All right, let me switch back over here. I need to switch back to the right monitor for you guys in chat now. All right, so we're looking at UA and UAA this morning, and UA is the one that I'm looking at trading because I don't have shares as short of UAA. They're both the same company, and I don't want to waste time going. You can read up on why you've got UA and UAA. It did some split, a while back, but you can read up on it. So I'm looking at it, and I'm gonna show you what. Let me bring up the chart here, and I'll show you what we're looking at. See what levels we're working with here. See, ever since they kind of reported some bad retail sales after Christmas, this thing has been selling off. So I'm looking at it going back down here. No, this is the wrong one. Let me see, UAA. It's been selling off. Here's where they reported, we had some slow earnings here, based on what happened during Black Friday and all of the time leading up to Christmas. We had a little bit of a rebound here, but we started selling back off, and it's really because they have reported some slower than average sales, especially during Christmas. Okay, so 23.31 is our all-time low, 52-week low. 23.51. We've gapped down below 23.51. Okay, we've gapped down. So there's nothing there, no support or nothing other than the whole dollar marks, and that's what I'm going to be using on this. The whole dollar marks. Here's a 52-week low here. We gapped down through that. We had a low of 1850. Then we came back, and this is the rejection I was looking to trade. We're in the conference call. I typically, if we started getting some movement the wrong way during the conference call, I would just jump out of it. Just jump out. I'm ready to click it, if I need to. But I think this has some more downside, based on what I see, and that's what I'm trading here. So if I have to get out pre-market, then I'll just wait until the open and trade it there. Now normally I like to listen to these conference calls, because what happens sometimes they'll report bad earnings, but then their forecast will be very positive, and based on the forecast, that's what the market usually reacts to. The initial reaction is based on the earnings report, and then what's actually said in the conference call is going to kind of determine how the market is going to interpret what the stock does. So right now the conference call should be over with by now, and I'm waiting to see what the reaction is. I mean, I'm surprised that we haven't seen something move one way or the other, that it's just stagnant. But maybe we'll see some movement at 9 o'clock. I don't know. This is not reacting the way I had envisioned it. I envisioned a move one way or the other. Of course, obviously my bias was short, but we'll see. All right. So nothing else on our scan other than UAA. When I left home about 7:30 this morning, there were a couple more on here, but they've since dropped off. So let me run through this gapper scan here to see if I can find another anything else that we might can put on watch today. Anything with volume. Nope, don't trade gold. Let's see, Tiva. We'll take a look at Tiva, see what that looks like. Yep, so we'll take a look at Tiva. Yeah, sometimes the conference call tries to make things sound better than they actually are, and to get the sentiment back, if it's bad, they want to put a positive spin, but again, it's how the market interprets it. We have to go by how the market interprets what we're doing, or interprets the news and what direction they feel that company is going to go. So right now they're still fighting, they're still indecision. It hasn't really made a move one way or the other. Alright, so let's look at Tiva real quick. So definitely UA is going to be on my watch. Let's look at TEVA. See, we're trading around 31.80 right now, so we got an, and we've also gapped down here on TEVA to a 52-week low. Alright, so let's look, and it doesn't make any sense to look at any levels because we're at a 52-week low. Any levels below this? So let's see where the pivot points are above it in case it decides to recover. But 32.11 is the 52-week low, and we have gap down. We're at 31.74 now. So definitely TEVA be on watch. So far I've got TEVA and UA on watch. And I'm disappointed, a little bit concerned that UA isn't resolving right now. I am a little bit concerned about that. But as long as it is below the as long as it's below the technicals, I'm going to keep this on. Yeah, don't see much going on here. Yep, I believe that's going to be it. So let me bring in let me switch views for you right quick, because we're going to look at UA and just kind of waiting to see if this resolves. That's what we're waiting on now. And this is the actual view that we see in chat every day. I'm live streaming my actual trading platform. I do have my account number here, so if you want to verify that it's a real account, you can also do that. But I'm not going to keep a whole lot of money there, so you know, if it does get hacked and somebody needs whatever little bit's in there, you know, more power to them. But you know, we want to be as fully transparent as we can. You know, I want to show you the real world of day trading. You know, not the fantasy world. We've got a whole lot of that out there, and the fantasy world gets you nowhere. It fills you with false dreams and false visions. You know, this takes hard work, dedication, and as we move forward, you know, my work is going to be making sure you understand that. because I'm not an overnight success. I spent a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of nights with only 1 or 2 hours of sleep when I first started this, because I was dedicated. I was determined to make this work. The 1851, I'm not gonna mark it, not really mark it. It's marked on my chart as the low already. So, I already know that 1851 is the low. So if I don't have to put a line on my chart, I'm not gonna do it. I like my charts as clean as possible. Yeah, James on UA. I'm not gonna mark it because I know that it's the 52-week low. One thing about trading, the more cluttered your chart is, the more anxiety you bring in. So I need it to be as clean as possible. And so I'm looking for this first to hit 19. I will take half off if we get to 19. I am disappointed in how slow this is moving, and the fact that um, it's not really resolving. So a close eye is going to be on the 9 o'clock traders coming in. When 9 o'clock hits, this thing is either going to sell off or it's going to spike. So I have to be ready for that. And if it continues to trade slow and very little movement, then I'm going to lose even more faith in this, in terms of this actually resolving. We need to see follow through. We need to see resolve. And that's what I wasn't getting yesterday. I was getting in the trade. It was making an initial move. It may move 10 cents, 15 cents, and then it won't follow through. Good setups just like this, setting up exactly where I wanted it to, but it didn't follow my vision. The one that I wanted it to follow. And this one isn't following my vision either. So I have to adapt. So just a little bit more before I sign off about our chat room. Like I said, it is fully transparent. You're going to see me when I win, lose, or draw. Yesterday, you saw me have to take off trades, left and right because there was no follow through. But the key is, and the good thing that I was able to demonstrate was how you need to cut it off. If the technicals aren't working, if you lose that technical level, don't sit there and let it stop you out. Okay, you take it off. If the trade is no longer in play, take it off. The max loss stop is there to protect you in case the stock runs away from you and you end up getting that deer in the headlight look and you don't react fast enough. That's what that's there for. So for me, that's why I have that hard stop, but I'm not going to sit there and let it take it out. My max loss stop out. I have control over my trades, and I'm going to use these technical levels to determine whether I stay in or out. Now, and that's just part of my process. So you see all of that. I talk about each trade I'm getting ready to take. I talk about the setups I'm looking at. You'll hear my thoughts while I'm in the trade. I think I've been good this week and when I'm thinking out loud, not saying things that might be inappropriate, but you'll hear me thinking out loud during a trade. And I think when you're learning how to trade or you're learning a strategy, watching somebody else do it and listening to their thought process really helps you develop your own. And that's why I think this is very important. So you can go check it out at AverageJoeTrader.com. Go to the services page and check out everything that you get with it. Now tomorrow I am planning on streaming the first hour live. I'll do my normal pre-market thing, and then I'll come back about 5 minutes or so before the bell. And this is the platform you'll see stream, and you'll see the scans start to file in over here. I forgot I gotta put my news up. I forgot to add that in this morning. But this is the platform you'll see, and this is what I stream live all day. So you can see exactly what I'm doing. Alright, but nothing else popped up. So I'm looking at TEVA. I'm watching TEVA and UA this morning. Watching those two, and once the morning shakes out and everything settles down, then I'll be checking out my scans, watching for reversals or trend continuation trades. Alright, so the door is open. So you guys want to come and hang out with us and see what the real life of an average Joe day trader is like. I think you can learn a lot, and really it will help you get a real understanding of what day trading is. And I will do everything I can to help you get everything that you need to be successful, out of yourself. Because in reality, it's it's us. It's us against ourselves. And, that's where the battle lies every day. It's me against me. I can't, if I try to fight the market, I'm going to lose. The market is the instrument that we're going to make our money. So what we have to do is follow the market. Let it dictate to us what it wants to do. And then we create our vision, our trading plan, based on what we see in the market. Alright, so again, I'm looking for this possibly to hit 19 so I can take half off. I want to take half off at the whole number. And we'll see. It's doing the struggle here. But that's my plan for this. So we'll see you guys later. Hopefully, come visit me tomorrow or spread the word. What we're going to be doing tomorrow. You don't have to go to YouTube anymore. You can actually go to my website at AverageJoeTrader.com, and you can see the live feed right from my homepage. So if you don't get to YouTube, or you can't get it at work, you should be able to bypass that by going to my homepage, and you can watch the stream there, unless they have a smart filter and they're able to block it there. But everybody have a good day. Stay green. Remember, trade for skill, not for money.